Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce, and today we're doing another Women of Horror Spotlight. By the way, guys, hit that like and that subscribe button. Support this channel as we like supporting indie horror. But today, I have with us, she is the lead actress in an upcoming movie that's going to be shooting in sometime in June, and it's called Vengeance for Dracula. I have with us today Elizabeth Edwards. Elizabeth, welcome to the Horror Room.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you. So tell us a little bit about your role in Vengeance for Dracula.
Well, I don't want to give out too much detail because I don't want I don't want my producer Frank Fiorello to kick my ass. So
yes, yes.
basically all I could say is that my character is basically I don't know if you guys know who Anderson Roberts is. He is the director of the movie. He wrote the movie himself. He's also in the movie. He's basically. I am my character is the great granddaughter of Van Helsing, and basically, the Impaler, which is Anderson's character, is basically going around trying to help, and then it ends up turning out that he's not. He's well, they're gonna be rewriting the script, but the script that we had last time before we had to shut down filming because of creative differences on set. That basically he was basically he had him and his arm candy as you call it, and his goons were going around and kidnapping all these goth girls. And basically my character, and then the other character, my ex co-star, he was also a detective, and basically I was trying to schmooze him and everything. We're out trying to find out who's killing all these goth girls, and at the end him and my other co-star Rudy Eichmann, she also got killed at the end, and I ended up becoming a vampire and being one of his proteges. So, I mean, it's news experience. I'm a noob at this, so it was pretty cool. The stage blood tasted like crap.
I hear that, by the way. I hear that fake blood. Someone told me it tastes like mint or something like that. It's like a strong.
It's like milk of magnesia, but kind of a nastier taste. But without the,
Fuck. All right. So what attracted you to this role? What made you join the team?
Well, Joanne was 43 years old. I'm going to be 44 next month, and my whole entire life I was living my life for other people. And so I'm getting with someone I've been with for 14 years. As of, what is it, the 15th of March, we've been together for 15 years. And he basically told me, because with all the humor, with the impersonations I can do, I used to be able to sing, but unfortunately my vocal cords are ruined because I was high risk pregnancy with them, but with my kids and everything. And I couldn't keep stuff down very much, so that ruined my vocal cords. But he told me to get off my ass and go out there and pursue my dream. And so, and I just wanted to show what really attracted me to it. Well, basically, was that I'm kind of a horror buff. I mean, there's certain movies I can't watch. I know it sounds weird, right?
I can't watch either.
Like Nightmare on Elm Street, I cannot watch that at all. I can't at all because. It just messed with me. It emotionally scarred me, I think, or something. But it was my first time doing anything like this. And I figured, it was a non-paying gig, which of course I don't care. I just wanted it was experience, and it was IMBD credit, and not to mention the director and the cast and the crew, except for certain people, were really nice. They were really sweet. They were really down to earth. They knew they accepted me and I accepted them, and I had no issues with it. Just said that it's going to be Spatway Media is going to be shutting down here within the year. So, but it just basically that's why why it attracted me, because I just figured, well, I might as well go out and do something. Horror film. I've always been intrigued by horror films, like the Scream genres, like the Jason Voorhees movies, the let me see what else, like Freddy vs. And I couldn't watch Hellraiser because
Hellraiser is tough to watch.
I mean, I've seen it, but it's one of those movies where I can't watch it again. They're written good and everything, and real good CGI and everything like that. But I don't know, just something, just clicked with me right now. I can't watch it anymore. It just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, yeah, like I said.
So, I mean, this is your ultimate dream to actually be in a horror film. And
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I don't stick to just horror films. I stick to like comedies, like love stories, pretty much like even family oriented movies. I have no problems with. I just want the experience to go out there and, I don't want to like become the face of Hollywood, but I just want to show my potential, because I want to work with greats like who Johnny Depp's one of them. Angelina Jolie is another one, like Mel Gibson, Gerard Butler. Let me see, Hugh Jackman. I'm a big Marvel fan too, so and Josh Brolin, like all them greats and everything. It'd be cool to work right alongside of them.
That'd be absolutely amazing. And now, okay, so as an actress, you're working on indie films. Are there any roles that you were turned down, or is there any situations that if a filmmaker came to you and said, I need to do XYZ, that you'd be like, oh fuck no, that's not for me?
I've had a couple offers, but due to like cash flow issues at the time, I couldn't show up because I got asked to be in some more music videos besides Black Magic the Infidels music video. But then I just couldn't show up. But as for other movies, I mean, I've tried getting a hold of them, but people never gotten back with me. So, I'm just like, okay, whatever, I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't get cast or something, I just move along and try to continue on with auditioning more.
So what would you say is the toughest thing right now, being a woman actress who's trying to break into the indie film scene?
Oh, geez. The toughest thing to do with is how to bite your tongue when you're dealing with negative effects on set. I mean, I don't start fights or anything like that. I just basically bite my tongue, because, I don't like to add more fuel to the fire. I don't like drama. So I basically keep my mouth shut and I bite my tongue a whole lot. And sometimes, I mean, forgive the euphemism, but sometimes I feel like there's blood in my mouth because I'm like, I'm just glad I get to meet all the interesting people in the indie industry. I had a coach. His name was David Thompson, but I had some cash flow problems, like I said. And I mean, I've talked to several others, even actors too, because David Thompson would hold meetings where we get to meet with actors and producers and all that. I got to meet with Sharon. I can't remember her last name, but she was Rosa Parks in The Sons of the South.
Okay.
Where she was, her co-star was Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and she was a really nice gal. It took me a minute to realize who she was. Yeah. And then I'm sitting there I had to look up, and I'm sitting there I'm like, wait a minute, this woman looks familiar. So I'm sitting there looking through my phone and everything while I'm in the conversation. I'm like, man, I feel dumb. I'm like, I didn't realize you played Rosa Parks in the Sons of the South. I'm sorry. She's like, don't feel dumb, Elizabeth. I'm like, no, but I've seen that movie, so I watched Tyler Perry movies too. I mean, I keep my eye open for a vast area. I don't stick to just one area. I like to mingle in like any kind of like genre movie out there.
I'm the same way. Now I can imagine. Now, I've never acted before. Love to, by the way, but I've never acted before. But I can imagine, getting onto a movie set and you start running into, people that you've seen in movies. I mean, that must be like a holy shit kind of moment, right?
I haven't run into any stars of recent. Because like I said, this movie will be my first ever, besides the music video, and basically these. Actually, there is one guy in there. I forgot. Oh my God, he's gonna kill me when he sees this. One of our actors in the movie, he was a Confederate soldier in The Patriot. And
Patriot with Mel Gibson?
Yes. Yeah, he was a Confederate soldier of a black regiment, I guess, or something like that. And he's a pretty nice good dude too. I can't believe I forgot about him.
Do you mean Patriot? You mean a Patriot or Glory? The Patriot was the U.S. versus the English,
or something like that. I can't. I know.
I'm pretty sure I saw that. Yeah,
the Patriot, because I had to look. I think he said the Patriot because I seen a picture of him wearing a Confederate uniform, actually, it wasn't a Confederate. It was a Northern uniform of the Union. So it must have been because I forgot the Patriot was during the Revolutionary War.
Yep. Great movie, by the way. Great movie, by the way. I think that's probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like one of my favorite Mel Gibson movies. I enjoyed that movie, Patriot. But all right, so when it comes to working with, like you were saying, like you had to bite your tongue. Sometimes there's negativity on the set. And talking to filmmakers, sometimes there are prima donnas on the set. There are. Yeah,
I know, and I just went with the flow. I didn't feed into anything or anything like that. I just went with the flow and mind my own business and stay out of it because it didn't pertain to me. So so there's a lot of some people. How do I say this without sounding rude or mean or anything like that?
Just say it.
When it comes to people acting like complete and utter jackasses on set, you have to ignore them, because if not, then it's going to create problems. And then you're going to possibly lose out on a role because you get wrapped up in that garbage. And when you get wrapped up in that shit, it makes you look bad, and then your name gets spread out through Hollywood and the rest of the film directors that you're not one of those people that is easy to work with. And I don't want that legacy on my name, because I don't, like I said, I just don't do drama. I'm too old for that shit.
But don't you think, as a filmmaker or actor or actress, right? I'm trying to think how I'm going to word this so I don't offend any of my filmmakers out there. I love you guys, but like, you got to have a little bit of arrogance. You got to be a little bit of an asshole. You got to be a little bit of a cocky. I mean, you think about actors and actresses, even in society, the norm, and filmmakers, the norm, I mean, the audience kisses their ass. We look up to them as superhero. We look at them like gods. I mean, you run across the average horror nerd out there. He looks at John Carpenter like a god.
Oh my God, I love John Carpenter's vampires.
I love everything. But like, but like, don't you think that like gets in people's fucking head? Because I cannot imagine being an actor or actress and people are constantly kissing your ass all the time. Or
Honestly, I just let them because they're good. Because if people do this, run their fucking mouths and shit, and talk shit about you behind your back, and then they turn around and try to kiss your ass, and you know they're talking shit about you, just don't even let it get to you, because all it's gonna do is just turn into one big fiasco that no one wants to do damage control for. So basically, I just like whatever. I mean, I don't let it get to me or anything like that. I pretty much laugh at it. I'm like, oh, so now you're kissing my ass, and you know you were just like 5 minutes ago talking shit about me in the corner, you know. And it just like I said, I've also grown a lot over the years too. A lot of stuff like that back in the day would have set me through the roof, but now that I've grown and matured over the years and everything, I just don't let a whole lot of that crap get to me, because it's just not worth it. Because I'm there to focus on making myself good and making myself where people want to work with me and know that I'm not dramatic or a shit starter or somebody that likes to create havoc on set. And I don't. I usually just avoid a situation. I walk away from the situation. I find other people to talk to, and that's pretty much how it is. I mean, the set wasn't barely chaotic. It was, I would say, probably behind the set, because I've seen a couple of times where people have said some off the wall stuff, but I just ignored it, and I didn't play snitch or anything like that, because that would just, drag me into it. And I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this shit, like, who, me? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I have a disease called minding my own damn business.
Yes. But speaking about
pretty much what you do.
But speaking behind the scenes drama, so I've heard that on indie movie scenes or big music videos, all that shit. There's a lot of romances, set romances. There's a lot of behind the scenes fraternizing, sucking the fucking.
I don't do that.
But
I've been in committed relationships. Well, I'm just saying I don't. Yeah. I stay away from that. Yeah. I stay away from that too, because I don't mix business with pleasure. And also, I've been with someone for 14 years. Yeah. And I'm.
And I agree with you, but I hear that brings a toxic element to it.
Oh, it does. It does, yeah. Because then if something happens between them two, between said person A and said person B, and then that creates arguments, because then if they don't work out, then they start arguing, and then it drags more people into it, and then it turns into a bigger, and then in the end it turns into a bigger clusterfuck. And then we're all trying to figure out what the hell's going on, So basically, it just is, if you want to be an actress, is don't get involved with anybody that you're on set with, because it's not worth it, and the anguish and the heartache and the drama or anything like that.
Because I had an off recording conversation with an actress, an indie actress, and I would never ever name drop. Yeah. But I brought up that conversation, and she said, I fucked several indie horror filmmakers and blah, blah, and it's never turned into anything dramatic or anything like that. And I made a comment. I was like, but don't you think that's going to inhibit you from them giving you another role? And she was like, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. This and that. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm a man and I know how to man things. You know what I mean? Yeah. If that is a filmmaker's MO, he likes to fuck women on what's called. He's not going to hire you for the next movie. You're not going to be in the next movie because he's looking for another woman to fuck on the next movie.
No, if I ever encounter anything like that, I'd walk off the set immediately, because I have morals and ethics.
I just don't listen. I don't understand filmmakers who do that. who go along with that, and I don't understand actresses or anybody who does that.
I think it causes too many issues and too much drama, and honestly, just there. And if I mean, I know I'm not talking smack about anybody, but if that's how they engage, then I don't want to be a part of their sets or anything like that.
Because I mean, you can see it in like big name movies where the leading actor and the leading actress both are married and they're sleeping with each other during the set, and it's just like I'm like, what happened to don't shit where you eat? Like but maybe on the movie set.
80s, man, seriously, went out the window in the 80s.
My whole thing is like, I'm like, why would you want to? Why would you want to bring that onto the set, onto your workplace? Like and in a mindset, because I've heard actors and actresses say, and even filmmakers say that on a movie set, it's like you're not in reality. You're in some kind of fairy tale world, and you get captured in that non unrealistic world, and shit happens. And I'm like, well, fuck. I've never been on a movie set, so I don't know what that feels like. But I can imagine if you're a leading actor and actress and you're spending a lot of time together, you're working together and this and that, how that could go there. But at the same time, like, wouldn't that cause drama?
Pretty much it would. With the movie I'll be doing during this filming this summer, there's none of that allowed at all.
Yeah. That's how I would do it if I was filmmaker. I would have no fraternizing at all, like, and just keep it clean as possible.
Down, pretty much.
Yeah, as clean as possible. All right, so listen, as you know, this is a horror channel, so I'm gonna ask you 3 horror questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, question number 1. What is the first horror movie that you watched that scared the shit out of you?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Yes.
I was scared too. Actually, after I saw I can't remember. I think it was the 1984 one. The one that came out in 1984. And I think it was 84. And I had trouble going to sleep. I had nightmares for 2 weeks after that. So that's why. Because I was afraid that some dude was going to come and kill me in my sleep and shit.
Nightmare on Elm Street, I fucking love. But Freddy Krueger's my favorite horror character.
It's funny as shit, but it's scary as hell.
But the concept of Freddy Krueger and Nightmare on Elm Street, like, he attacks you in your fucking sleep. Like, that is like, I mean, you're fucked. I mean, because we all have to sleep. Like, that's a fucked up situation. Majority of the other characters, you have to go somewhere or you have to go to their house or something for shit that happened. But in your sleep, I mean, how do you can't stay awake for a long period of time, or eventually Freddy's going to get you.
No, I ended up going. Well, the problem is, when I was a kid, when I was living in Aberdeen, Maryland, I lived on a street called Elm Street. And it was hilarious because people would call, my mom would call and order pizza, or my stepdad would call and order pizza. And one night, my mom called up, and they said, is Freddie living there? And she's like, yeah, he's waiting for you in our basement. And so he hung up, and it took him we're sitting and wondering, 1 hour goes by, no pizza, 2 hours go by. And I'm like, Mom, I think you scared them. And so they called back, and she said that the delivery driver was too scared to drive the pizza over here.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, geez, oh, Pete, Mom. I'm like, you don't need to scare the shit out of people, Of course, at that age, I had to use different language, though. But it just, we ended up getting our pizza, though. So we're like, no, we're just kidding, dude.
Second question is going to be, all right, I'm going to ask you this one. This is an easy one. What iconic horror movie character do you feel like you relate to the most?
What horror iconic character?
A villain, I should say.
Villain? Oh my God. Geez. Honestly, I mean, I know it's not, I don't think it's a horror film. I think it was more of a thriller suspense, but I've actually, I don't know, really. I don't technically,
I mean, mine is.
I don't think I can relate to any of them because I ain't no serial killer or anything
I
like
mean, mine is
that.
the. I mean, I mean, mine is the whole killing part. Like, for instance, like if I had, I'm trying to think of horror character that I relate to. I mean, part of me kind of like understands some of why some of the serial killers do what they do. I mean, like for instance, Jason, he was bullied.
He killed people because because people at the Camp Crystal Lake watched him not do a fucking thing. And so then his mother brought him back, and you know how it is.
Yeah. So like if you were bullied and were bullied, you could be like, oh, I could see how.
Okay. Fruza Balk from The Craft. I don't know if you consider that a horror movie, but it was very suspenseful when I was a kid because I would literally because she was, her character, Fruza Balk's character she was, I guess she ended up going insane because she absorbed the power that she couldn't handle it and everything. But the thing is that she ended up she ended up killing some guy that was Skeet Ulrich's character, knocked him out the window and everything. And I actually feel for her, but I felt bad for her because of the situation and the home life she had. So that's how I kind of feel bad about it, because she was in an abusive, her stepfather was abusing her and doing, shit that he wasn't supposed to, I guess. And then she ended up killing him later on in the movie because he put his hands on her mom. And that's how I pretty much feel like sometimes with her. I mean, I don't feel like killing anybody or anything like that, but I could feel that instant, I felt the instant rage from her when he put his hands on her mom and then she made the microwave blow up, Yeah.
And the final question I'm going to ask you is going to be, okay, what's one horror movie that most people say they love and that you think is overrated?
No offense to Wes Craven or anything like that, but I mean, I still watch them anyways. But the Scream movies, I love Scream 1 and 2, but then it just kept going on and on and on. I mean, I still watch them and everything because it just, that's what kind of movies I grew up to watching when I was a kid. And not to mention I was bullied. I mean, I hate to sound like an asshole, but when I was a kid and everything, I mean, I know it's probably not of course I was going through a lot and with mental health issues and everything at the time, but I'm sound now. I got them all dealt with and everything like that. But, with all those people that Billy and Stu, murdered were jocks and everything. That's who picked on me in school. And I'm just sitting there laughing and everything, another jock got knocked off and everything, but now I look at it and I'm like, God, they straight jacket or something,
I like the Scream movies. I like the Scream movies.
I mean, I do too, but it's how do I say this? I mean,
but I
know there's another one.
I totally understand what you mean, because when people say, last time what's your favorite horror movie? When somebody says Scream, I'm like, interesting. And it's not that the Scream movies are bad movies or anything, but I understand what you mean. It seems like
a bunch of kids that were jealous or done something bad or something to these guys, and they decided to go and knock them off one by one and everything.
Yeah.
And that was the fucked up part about it. I mean, like, people would piss you off, like, that's one thing, but like, don't go out and kill them. I mean, come on now. But honestly, I would have to say the best movie I like for of a horror film would actually be the Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, and his last one that he had before Sid Haig died. Well, Sid Haig died in the middle of filming.
Which one was that? 31? Was that Selim or Selim's?
I can't remember it.
Okay.
I can't keep DVDs in my house because my kids play frisbee with them. So, but I like those movies. I like them. I thought Rob Zombie did an excellent job in them. That's my opinion. I mean, he turned out well at the box office. So, I mean, obviously he was doing something right, you know.
I'm a Devil Rejects fan. I like Devil Rejects. When it comes to the Rob Zombie films, I like Devil Rejects. And I actually like, I don't love, but I like his first version of Halloween. I did like that. Mm-hmm. Like his little rendition of Halloween.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You should watch it. It's an interesting tale of the Halloween.
Oh, I liked the ones with Jamie Lee Curtis too. I like those. Mm-hmm. I just didn't think she would. Was she like in her 60s or something? I didn't think she would actually. I mean, I'm not saying she's old or anything, but I'm just saying, I figured she'd get tired of it, for portraying Laurie Strode for so many years and everything. Yeah. Not a whole lot of people in the industry like to repeat the same role over and over and over again, but obviously she did.
She's iconic in horror as the final girl. I mean, she is the final girl of horror, and I was surprised that she came back for that. I didn't even know it was going to be a trilogy, but once I found out it was a trilogy, that last trilogy, I was surprised. I was kind of excited to see her come back.
I mean, I was excited too. I just didn't think she would ever come back.
No, I didn't even think Halloween was going to come back after the Rob Zombie 2 films, but I'm kind of wish it didn't come back. But that's a whole nother story. But Elizabeth, where can everyone find you?
Huh?
Where can everyone find you on social media and everything?
For right now, I just do Facebook. I mean, I got other stuff on TikTok, but I deal with mostly trolls and bullies. But I don't, I don't let people follow me on that. Basically on there because there's a lot that I deal with because I don't like people getting picked on or harassed or anything like that. So basically, that's my side job. I mean, it's not a job, but it's basically I want to make sure that the people because I got bullied horrendously growing up. Even to my adult years. I mean, my adult years, I'm like, whatever, eat a dick, but I don't care. Go fuck yourself. Your opinion don't matter to me. But when I was a kid and everything, I just always thought that, I see there's a lot of disabled kids, a lot of disabled people getting made fun of on there and harassed. People are unaliving themselves on their lives because of bullies. A bunch of other stuff too, like predators, all those basically type of bad people. And so basically I with trolls, people who just continuously harass people, because I feel like people deserve a chance to have, if they can't stand up for themselves, then people have a right to have people stand up for them, because it's a cruel world out there. And I want people to have a chance at a normal, decent life and everything without having to deal with the trauma of being bullied and picked on and harassed to the point where people are doing unspeakable things to themselves and turn out to be locked up in mental wards or on types of or lots of medication and everything. It just it just irritates me when I see that. So I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X now, which is Twitter. Let me see. Yeah, my language ain't so clean on TikTok, so yeah.
Well, everyone, definitely get over there and follow Elizabeth Edwards. And as well, look for her coming this summer, hopefully, in Vengeance for Dracula. Elizabeth, it's been an absolute blast having you on.
Been stellar too, man.
Yes. All right. Well, everyone, thank you for coming to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Yep.